Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, or shall we actually, let's call it what it really is. Happy Snyder Cut Release Eve. I decided to take a look at other news, other things that are going on out there, and this popped up and caught my attention. Kathleen Kennedy's Lucasfilm is a source of, at best, disappointment, and at worst, utter failure and hypocrisy, especially when we look at Gina Carano. However, when it comes to Kathleen Kennedy's vision of what Star Wars is in a post-George Lucas world, the High Republic rises to the top. Obviously, we've been given so many memorable characters and events, such as Geode. Oh, Geode. However, I actually was on Comic Book Resources today. Don't judge me. Don't judge. And saw a headline that made me pause again. Now, we've all heard for maybe, I think it's almost over a year, about Avar Kriss. You know, the bestest ever Jedi. There were a lot of extraordinarily broad generalities and I would say overglowing praise of Avar Kriss's Force Jedi capacity and capability. But she's not a Mary Sue. Stop thinking and saying that, you toxic man babies. However, with the release of issue 3 of the High Republic comic book, we're now having those assertions confirmed. The title of this article, again from Comic Book Resources, is Star Wars. The High Republic makes one Jedi as impressive as Yoda. Star Wars The High Republic issue number 3 proves that there's another Jedi Master who might even be a cut above the revered Master Yoda. Oh my God. I'm waiting for them to re-release the Star Wars movies with all of these half-assed hack characters from the High Republic inserted through a series of iconography or statues or something like that, just like they did with Doctor Who to retcon the history of the IP. I mean, is it really that hard to imagine Geode in the cantina at Mos Eisley? Watch. They'll do it. So I guess I should say, spoiler alert, if you cannot wait to get Star Wars The High Republic issue number 3, and you don't want to have that story spoiled, now's probably the time to turn me off. So the article essentially says what we all know, at least from George Lucas's Star Wars, that Yoda is essentially the gold standard of what it is to be a Jedi, at least from those surviving after what happened in the Temple Massacre with Anakin. But as Star Wars The High Republic number 3 shows, another Jedi that Yoda worked with in the High Republic era might have an equally valid claim to that distinction. Avar Kriss, Marshal of the Starlight Beacon space vessel. You know, Starlight Beacon, doesn't it sound like a Sondheim Broadway musical with lots of feather boas? I don't know, maybe it's just me. So the article goes on that when Yoda appeared early in the series, of course talking about the High Republic, he was younger, obviously, and more assertive, and was certainly an intimidating figure. However, Comic Book Resources goes on to say that he pales in comparison to what we've seen with Avar. She's not just a leader barking orders and sitting on a Jedi Council chair. You're seriously going to do that. You're going to drop the toxic Yoda male patriarchy thing for real? So they go on to say Avar Kriss wasn't just barking orders. She gets things done. That's why she left the flagship and is visiting Sideri Minor to investigate the farm planet's grain that the Nile might be using. Geode. The Nile. I gotta tell you, I don't know what the hell the Nile is. It's obviously a very unclever wordplay on nihilism, which is what the Star Wars High Republic story group is all about. But I genuinely don't care enough to give Disney any money for this product. Honestly, I say that with a lot of regret. I think, like a lot of actual George Lucas Star Wars fans, we would love some quality new product. But as we've seen, even The Mandalorian is now gone. So, of course, Avar Kriss is a fierce commander who ensures there's order under her watch. She's on the comms, garnering updates on a Hutt autopsy. Oh my god, who's the poor bastard that has to do a Hutt autopsy? And she needs to get to the bottom of the attack. And the way she interrogates Skur shows she's not biased to anyone. Slay Queen Avar, you smashed that patriarcha, girl. So the article does another backhand slap to Yoda and says that she can sense the dark side. And that alone, she outclasses Yoda, again, Slay Queen, because Yoda couldn't do this for Count Dooku or for Anakin Skywalker. Well, and let's be honest about it, also the Emperor, right? Oh no, but wait. Avar Kriss can sense the dark side light years away. She can feel out entire planets, communicating with them, almost treating all sentient beings as a kind of network. So not only is Avar Kriss the most forced sensitive being in the entire freaking universe, she's also a galactic version of Columbo. She's the bestest ever detective. And that's why her peers admire, and here's an interesting word choice, they admire and they fear her, in that she knows how to use her lightsaber when the Force doesn't get the results that she wants. You know, what's fascinating about what we just read is this sounds a hell of a lot like someone who's on the dark side. It sure does to me. So not only is she the bestest Jedi ever, not only is she stronger and more intuitive than Master Yoda, not only is she the best damn detective in the entire galaxy, and everyone she works with is scared of her, which is apparently a good thing when you're a Jedi. She also is the equivalent of a Force exorcist. She can drive out the dark side of other people. You know, for some reason I've got this image of those preachers on TV, you know, like banging people in the head to say, "Devil, get out." That's Avar Kriss. This Jedi, this strong, independent, powerful woman, she can do anything. And most of all, most importantly, Kathleen Kennedy wants you to know, she could totally kick Yoda's ass. Because after all, demonstrating all of those qualities that I just talked about, that's what a true leader does. That's how a true master acts, by leading by example and inspiring her students. So I'm going to borrow a word from the SJW side of the house and call that assessment in her actions, if the description from CBR is true, problematic. Sounds like a lot of narcissism and dark side energy in Avar Kriss. But let's be honest, nobody takes this shit seriously. It's the High Republic. What's fascinating is all of the different variant covers that I have been able to find associated with just issue 3. There's a couple of them where I'm going to be very fair. The art is pretty good, but there's a couple. It's literally like the social justice movement recruitment posters. Other than my selective support on Indiegogo, I stopped buying comic books a long time ago. All these variant covers are just meant to inflate sales. So there we have it. Kathleen Kennedy's Lucasfilm Story Group drops issue number 3 of the High Republic, and as we've all been told and long suspected, Yoda is a total chump and Avar Kriss is the bestest ever! God, I'm glad I walked away from Star Wars after The Last Jedi. So what do you think? Tell me in the comments below. Are you going to give away all your Yoda action figures and Yoda merch and run out and grab everything Ivar, Chris, that you can find? Speaking of which, where are those High Republic action figures? I'm Corey B, and you've been listening to Salty Salish Sea.